Hey guys, and welcome back to this best of 3 series. I am the Mish King, and along with me today is Dark Stars Lampan, the Blue Zerg, versus the Green Boss Toss DS Volt, aka Dark Stars Volt. And today we are here. I do believe this is Whirlwind, a GSL map, and a pretty awesome one at that. I'm still getting used to the new maps, guys. I'm still a noob, but I'm learning. Oh yeah, and the last two games were insane. And yep, Stefano style, just going Roach Hydra through the entire game because apparently that particular unit is awesome. Life for life, best. Life is just ridiculous. Oh my god, I love life. Love life. If anybody doesn't know who Life is, you need to check out the last MLG. I do believe it was what's it? It was the Winter Championship or the Spring Championship, but the last MLG event, just Google it. Life VODs, I think, are free, or just the overall VODs from MLG are free because Sundance and MLG are awesome. Yep, there's some banter going on between two Swedish homies, the best kind of homies. And as we can see, we're going to be looking at a Forge Fast Expand here, but as we can also see is this area is really wide, so it can be somewhat vulnerable, so I'm interested to see how Volt will be going about this SimCity style, whether he'll just plop down like a gateway here, cybernetics there, a forge, and then possibly leave a little gap here, or possibly if the gap is too wide, just throw down a pylon. Not sure what's going to happen, but we do see spawning pool first, as I do believe. Yes, the pesky probe has attacked again, delaying that natural somewhat. And this is a style which I've seen Idra do, where he brings down two drones, uses one to try and deter the pylon, while the other just tries to get it, plop down the hatchery, or actually just get a few hits in itself. And here we go, we're looking at a forge, you're looking at a pylon, so possibly a gateway here, or like about here. This could be, this is about wide, if you know what I mean. Could possibly see another pylon here, or possibly just a cybernetics like here, but then again, we'll just have to wait and see. Let's just look at these beautiful flowers, which look awesome. The graphics and the new physics in particular are just ridiculous. And here we go, going for a third at a very unorthodox position. Although I haven't really seen that many games on this particular map, so correct me if I am wrong. But this map is just so big in my opinion, and I don't like playing on this map in particular because I tend to get cheese pretty hard. And normally I can deter the cheese, but if you don't see it coming and what kind of cheese is coming, because you can literally high tech relatively easy on this map, and yeah, it's pretty good. Although this map from macro is also pretty sick itself. What just attacked this? Huh? Oh, I do believe it might have wandered into cannon range. The cannon might have gotten a couple of shots off. And let's see, that is 65 cannons do. Maybe, not sure. But there is no walking detection as the cybernetic score isn't finished yet. And what do we have over here? It looks like the natural just finished. You should be seeing a very intensive mineral style from Lampan. Seems to opt for it, and then he just seems to go balls deep. Gas, 4 gas, Hydra Roach, and to Corruptor. Although I'm not sure whether he'll be going for the evolving the augments, the muscular augments for his Hydralisks, or will he be going for groove spines for his Hydralisks? Because that is something that I believe a lot of players are still experimenting with. To me, I feel going for augmented speed, or the augmented muscles upgrade for the speed, is much more helpful if you're going for a rush style, because then you can also reinforce with a few Hydralisks, other than just needing to reinforce with Roach, Ling, and yep, just saturating his base right now, this guy is, and sending the Mothership Core. This Mothership Core is just such a good unit. I don't believe we've seen the full potential of this unit in the series so far, but hopefully in this game we'll be seeing its full glory. And when I say full potential, I mean time warp, I mean mass recall, and I mean photon overcharge as well. Can be pretty good. He's holding off all ends. And looks like Volt yet again opting for his Stargate play. seems to really like the Stargate play, and Lampan seems to really like his Overlord play. And as you can see, no special Overlord this game, as was with the first game. Maybe thinks it's gonna jinx it, and here we go, one random Zealot with some support, and it looks like this. Wow, that that Mothership Core did manage to get a couple of kills, and now wisely backing away. It does take a little bit of hull damage. Mothership Cores would be just too ridiculously powerful if they didn't. And now we're seeing some Lings moving across the field, as Lampan senses that there is no Zealot, and there will not be one for some time. And as you can see, that little choke is actually over here, as opposed to here, so it's a really interesting choke been made. And note the Lings are just chilling over here on the side. And what are we seeing over here? Just some gateways to follow up the Stargate play, and no oracles have been made. I don't believe that Volt is comfortable with the oracle as yet. HOTS only just released, guys, so a lot of players are still taking the time to get used to the new units, used to the new playstyles, the timings. And Lampan is just, I do believe he was going to go into macro mode, and he's like going for 5 gases, not opting for the 6th one as of yet, going for his hive, going for his upgrades, and we should definitely see possibly Roach Hydro or Pure Hydro Link play up next once this hive actually finishes. No Roach Warren going down, so definitely going to be some hive play. And immediately after spotting the, I do believe he has spotted the Stargate play, as he has gone. Yep, he does see the Stargate play. He knows the timing immaculately, so immediately going to go for his spores before the Phoenix Force can be anywhere close to annoying. And it looks like we could be seeing some aggression. We put on some aerial ground aggression, some gateway Stargate aggression. Oh, nice catch over there, catching this Overseer. Completely out of position, but no energy for a changeling, I do believe. And it looks like these Lings will see that there's a force moving out, and it's just the reinforcing Lings, which could be devastating actually. There's so many Lings over here and just not enough Zealots, but now once he does get into the choke and uses the cannon, there should be enough to buy time. The Lings do not have the upgrades yet, while the Zealot upgrades and the ground upgrades altogether should just be finishing. And it looks like some Overlords have taken a little bit of damage, but they should be regenerating over time. Now just poking it, trying to be as annoying as possible. Wisely putting one of his Phoenixes in the back, trying to make them as cost effective as possible. And while he seems to be trying to push out across the map, I do believe he's going to just secure his third. And could we see a Ling run by? That would be like the sickest thing. The gate is actually open right now. He can run in. No. Yes, he is actually running in right now. Gonna make a beeline, Osnane Bolt style, right into the main. And there we go. Straight into the main. Gonna be killing a lot of probes on hold position right now. But now focusing on the Zealots. I do believe he will not do that much damage. And yep, he does manage to end up cleaning up all the Zealots, but at what cost? And that was a really nice play there. Delayed a lot of mining and did actually kill quite a few. Yep, 6 probes have been killed in that engagement. And some of the Hydralisks just moving across the field. Going for Muscular Augments this time, along with Glial Reconstruction and +2. I do believe he's trying to attempt at going for a timing over here, but Volt wisely getting up his Colossus stack and immediately going straight for Thermal Lance. And he needs to use some of that energy, some of that Chrono Boost to actually get more, increase the speed at which his Thermal Lance can actually come. And nope, he's just making more Colossi at the moment. Could afford to do that, but he's microing like a beast right now, trying to pick off some Queens. But he's just not able to do as much damage as he would like. But this one Queen looks like it will actually die, but at the cost of one Phoenix. Its bits just fly down, but it looks like this third should be cancelled soon. The forces from Ire are trying to make their way in. There's just not enough units from Lampan to deal with it, and wisely he backs away. Look at those Hydralisks run. He does manage to only catch the one Hydralisk with that one volley. Its dead body just flies across the battlefield, and now immediately going for his 4th, knowing that he can't really delay that base anymore. And the Hydralisks now making their way to the center of the map, going to be picking off these pesky, no, wisely at the last second, the Phoenixes fly out of there. Hive is on the way. We're going to be seeing possibly some Brood Lords this time around. Not entirely sure if that will be the case. But I wouldn't be surprised if he went for double Spire to try and get those crucial double upgrades, because Protoss late game can just be pure air. So if you get those double upgrades early enough, they can help negate the Protoss damage. It looks like this one Queen will be picked off, but here comes the Corruptors. And the Corruptors should be able to pick off everything else. And it looks like the Queen does actually survive in the end, along with everything else. So that was not a good trade. But at this point, he could afford to lose. The Phoenixes just would have possibly wanted to trade somewhat better than that. And it looks like the gate will actually be closed on this end. Not sure whether he'll be throwing some more tech structures over here or production structures over there. But it looks like this base will be under siege soon. And not the Steven Seagal kind where the terrorists didn't actually win. And we're looking at the bad kind of Under Siege, which is Under Siege 2, which was really, really bad. Not like Under Siege 1, which was, it was alright, it was pretty good. But there are quite a few Corruptors in the air, one of which did take quite a bit of damage. And, yep, I don't believe we are looking at any air upgrades at the moment. He actually could afford to throw down some air upgrades, but instead opting to get a lot of Vipers out. And opting to get a lot of, production facilities out as well, so the Vipers can just nom 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 and consume these facilities at their own glee and abandon. I do believe these Vipers are actually flying Defilers, as they do kind of look a little bit like Defilers, but not quite. And there we go, consuming the building. As you can see, the HP slowly going down, and meanwhile over here just moving his force in, just trying to poke as much as possible. Because if the Vipers actually catch the Colossus at the back and pull them in, oh, it looks like Volt is gonna take the initiative, and oh, his Lings just melt, completely melt, and looks like this Overseer will actually be caught as well. More Hydras are on the way. Freeing up some of that supply actually ended up working in his favor, but guess what? The War Prism play has raised its ugly head again, and this time Dark Templar and High Templar are also on their way. And oh, this choke is terrible, and looks like the Queens. But the thing is, will he pull them in? Yes, he pulls one of the Colossi in. He needs to pull the rest of them in, and he needs to cover, use Blinding Cloud, use something. No Blinding Cloud is going down, and this is a terrible engagement. And just, oh, finally pulling one of the other Colossi, and with that Colossi's death, he has to pull back. And that was actually a really bad engagement. Could have afforded to throw down a Blinding Cloud. That choke would have really ended up doing well. But here we go. It looks like these two bases are under siege. But this nice little wall, oh no, the wall isn't quite complete. And it looks like these Zealots will make short work of this hatch. Immediately going to try and kill it. And the wall is actually working against, oh my god, I'm not sure what that army was doing, but this hatch is like literally on the verge of death now. This extra amount of time didn't really help very much. And more Zealots are going to be warped in over here, but it looks like we're seeing some, yep, Zealots. No Dark Templar has been warped in as of yet, unless you look at the main. There seems to be action going on over here, but this funnel actually working out in the Zerg's favor. And I do believe that this War Prism will finally go down. This other War Prism does manage to escape, and +3 range is also on the way. Gonna make the Hydralisks hit even harder. And I do believe more Vipers are necessary, because the Vipers not only can pull, but the Blinding Cloud ability reduces range to 1. So even if you can't pull a Colossus, you can still reduce its range to 1, rendering it effectively useless in a battle. And yeah, this battle is just going to be redonkulous. But now the High Templar are on the field. None of them have Storm as of yet, just slowly building up energy. More High Templar are being warped in as we speak. And here come the Vipers, man, to the battle. The Vipers should be healed, but I just don't know, man. This battle is just so intense. It's like on... Everybody's on edge right now. It looks like the Vipers do take a little bit of damage. They could afford to throw Blinding Clouds. They have full energy, but will they get feedback? Only one High Templar remains, and it does have enough for a feedback. It looks like this base will actually go down, and now wisely backing off to try and get a superior concave. Really needs to turn on a Blinding Cloud. No Blinding Cloud is going down, just pulling units. And yes, actually there was a blinding cloud. I'm sorry guys, there actually was a blinding cloud, and it changed the it turned the battle completely. That was excellent use of blinding cloud, if I do say so myself. Lampan, just such a beast with this tactic. Just blinding cloud, Hydra, Corruptor seems to be the way. And just reinforced with roaches. And now going for the melee upgrades, could be seeing that transition into Ultras, as there is an Ultralisk Cavern on the field, and there's just too many Ultra Hydras up on the field right now. And these Hydras, I'm not sure what they're up to. Sacrificing their life for the Swarm, and it looks like I see what they're up to now. The counterattacks from Volt doing some significant damage in the main. I'm not sure if he managed to pick off any structures. Let's have a look at the structure list. No, actually. A lot of the higher tech structures are still there, so that attack didn't really do much other than buy himself some small amount of time. And here come the Corruptors to clean up this last Warp Prism. But the question is this truly going to be the last Warp Prism? Spine Crawlers being made over here. We should be seeing even more Spine Crawlers. As Zerg in this position, you can afford to just keep dumping down Spine Crawlers. And what are we seeing from the Protoss player? Not much at the moment. And it looks like he's trying to make something happen, but he just pokes back. And the Ultras are now on the field. The Roaches, Ultras, Hydras, Vipers. Just so much stuff is on the field. And another, I do believe this was a Warp Prism, which does get picked off. This game is just so intense that I'm starting to lose my grip on sanity itself. And here comes another Warp Prism, which I'm sure this is a Warp Prism. And what are we seeing over here? Just a nice little bit of delay tactics from Lampan. Lampan firmly in control of this game at the moment. Just pooping creep everywhere. Picks off yet another Warp Prism. Just Warp Prisms dying everywhere. But the thing is, Warp Prism is a nice little bit of mineral sink, so it's not that significant. And I'm not sure how this game will go. I know that this little bit of a delaying tactic has just thrown a wrench into the plans of Volt, as it slowed down his War Machine quite significantly. And here we go, another Warp Prism is making its way into the main. Volt could have afforded to make it into a Speed Prism. Speed Prisms are so much better with that speed upgrade. And here we go, looks like round number XXX, as I lost count. And only just one Dark Templar has been warped in, along with some Zealots. And there's detection over here. And this massive wall of blue is just making its way back. But guess what, man? That was just a dupe. And here we go. These Spine Crawlers do be buying enough time, but more units haven't warped in. It looks like the spawning pool might actually go down. And I'm not sure what's going on right now, as both these bases are being ripped to shreds. And the thing is, even though this base is gone, this base is vulnerable. This base is vulnerable. This base is vulnerable. But guess what? This base is vulnerable. And oh, the Vipers flying to their deaths. That's horrible. And it looks like the Ultras are making short work of the defenses. And oh, random Ninja Hatch. It's pretty random, and it looks like this base will finally go down. And it's at a terrible time, as the Protoss player just does not have enough for this spot for an engagement. He needs to throw down some blinding clouds. He needs to do it now. He's just standing there, and it looks like the Viper will actually die. And not really a big fan of Vipers, but here we go. That aggressive blink working completely in favor of Lampan. And oh, a lot of his Ultralisks have just soaked up a lot of damage, but the Void Rays did have their charge, so they did quite a little bit of damage. But there is so many Roaches and Hydras left. I do believe Lampan has done it. Lampan has actually done it. Some more DTs are actually being warped in. It looks like the DTs will make short work of these units, and the DT really smart play from our Protoss player. And now the Zerg player is actually back quite a bit on hatches, going for his +3/+3, and now his units being chased. And he just needs detection, man, to swing it back into his favor. And here comes the detection. Detection is on its way. There's still quite a few units over here, but they're all pretty low. Here comes the detection, but he's not doing much with it. And here we go. Finally cleans up a lot of these units, and now forcing Volt to leave. And Volt has to GG out. He's completely out of minerals. And let's just look at how many probes he had. Only 43. He was ahead in case of drones, of probes, of workers, to be honest, to be politically correct. And that was a sick best of 3 Lampan takes the series 2-1. And yeah, I'm TMK.